Welcome back YouTubers to my channel and Everyday Life of an Aspie. If you're following me and you're new to my channel, I'm Aspie. I'm all about creating mental health and awareness and sharing my life stories with Asperger's syndrome and every other diagnosis that comes under the umbrella of this. Hopefully you'll get to know me more of a person outside these massive diagnoses, regardless inside the YouTube community or outside the YouTube community when you meet and greet me in person. And all further ado, guys, as I said so many times before, at this point of time I'm just trying to tidy up some loose ends on some parts of my videos right now, which is basically at the moment, at this point of time, is the stimming series before I get too busy in my schedule of what I have to do for myself. So basically what's happening right now is basically these are all about the handling stimming situations with your autistic child or even an autistic adult, redirecting them or how to replace them into everyday, stuff that we can use that will be of use and actually be able to help us. So this one is basically handling stimming in autistic children. Just to bear in mind before I begin that I'm no medical doctor, I'm just a normal everyday Joe blogs sharing my life stories and experiences, taking you on a journey with you all of sharing them, and hopefully that it will be an eye-opener and actually be something of value and use to you. So some of the parts that I may be sharing, regardless of the topics that are close to my heart at this point of time, hopefully if you see anything that's unfamiliar or suspicious, kind of like behaviours or symptoms that's showing in some mental health disorders, especially when I bring them out again, do seek medical attention or seek professional second opinion on what you can do for yourself and for that someone that you may be aware of that's showing those classic signs. So let's begin this before I lose out of track of time. As said, this one is how to handle stimming in autistic children. As I said basically before about what stimming is all about, stimming obviously provides sensory stimulation to autistic people. It can help handle too much sensory input or not enough. However, it will help them calm down when they are totally overwhelmed or stressed or what have you. It can enhance their focus and help them express how they feel. Obviously it's like a useful tool for us to do this. There are ways to encourage good stims and understand their stimming, and that's why I'm here today to hopefully introduce some of these steps. Some of these steps may be good for me to do when I'm giving these out to you, or may work for me but it may not work for you, or vice versa. Some of the steps may work for you or not, but as I suggest when I'm giving these forms of tips and advice, regardless step by step of these series and more, that maybe you guys can maybe try these out, and if some of them don't work then find ways of doing so. So in step number 1 is recognise that everyone stims here and there. As we know, whenever we pace ourselves or fiddle with our head, bite our pencil, squeeze our hands, that's the form of stimming. Okay, depending on the situation you're at hand of that particular stim, as I said, be it if you're nervous, be it if you're overexcited, overwhelmed, or what have you. Stimming is more necessary and more noticeable in autistic children due to their sensory issues of what I said before, their sensory overload versus their meltdown stages of whatever it may be that they're facing at that point of time. Number 2, address the child's emotions. If your child is stimming because of their feelings, then try to identify that feeling and respond to it appropriately. You've got to bear in mind also that some autistics may be non-verbal, so they might be stimming through that, or they could be just trying to tell us in a way of their body language, or in some cases some non-verbals may be able to sign to us. As I said just before earlier in one of the pieces, maybe we should learn some basic sign language and some picture cues so that we know what the child is wanting. Think of emotional stimming like a facial expression. It's a way for them to express something that they can't maybe. A few tips or advice here is maybe just to bear in mind on this step 2 is maybe to think on excuse me, along the lines, well, you look excited today. Are you flipping because you're excited to see grandma? Or number 2, is everything okay? You look unhappy. Or number 3 is Lulu is making that sound because she's upset. Please stop getting in her personal space and respect it. 3, learn the child's own unique stimming patterns. As we know that when child stims, especially autistic children, basically they have their unique patterns for stimming, regardless what it may be. Obviously, unlike facial expressions. However, stems aren't universal and can mean different things for different people. However, notice the child's individual stems and learn from them. They can give you some clues to how they're doing and even show signs of any oncoming meltdowns or overloads before they even begin. Here's some examples for individual stems, basically, just to bear in mind. As we know, basically, maybe Andrew flaps his arms around when he's overwhelmed, or number 2, Rochelle paces whenever she falls into deep thought. Her parents know that usually, and I'm sure Science Project follows this and are looking into science programs maybe to help her at school. And last but not least, Jamie used to bite his fingers when he was worried until his dad helped him redirect the biting to some jewellery that is now readily available for children that stems. Number 4, find stim toys to enhance concentration and self-calming. You can purchase these online, as I mentioned before, make them yourself, or repurpose common objects such as flashlights and string. Keep a box of stim toys in an accessible place so that your child knows where it is and can be easily accessed whenever they need it, or for whatever they may need, regardless of whatever stimming toy they feel that is appropriate for them. So tips here are for calmer trips out and about. Ask the child to pick a stim toy from the box to take it along with them, regardless if it's like say, as I said before, if they're going out of the busy, noisy places, maybe to just, bear in mind that maybe they could take a stimming toy. And number 2 is write down where you found each stimming toy in case they break or become misplaced. Number 5, moderate hyperactivity with exercise. As we know, basically, sometimes stimming especially can really tire us out to the point, or if we think that stimming is so much that we can't focus, we need some more exercises. The clinic go ahead here. Maybe tips and advice here is maybe take your child to playground, set up a basketball court in your driveway, go to the pools, take family walks, and many more. It may be worth purchasing a swing or playground set for your yard if possible. Number 6, find out how to redirect the stims that may cause harm to you and your child or anyone else around you. Stims such as biting, head banging, and staring at the sun are detrimental to your child's health, as we know. You can talk with your child and their therapist to help them fulfill their needs in a less harmful manner, however. Number 7, accept socially unusual stims as part of your child's style. Your child may look strange, weird, peculiar, or what have you, maybe to you or to others around you, but bear in mind that they will appear disabled in public. But don't forever fret. This doesn't mean that you're a bad parent. It means that your child is just different. Learn to relax and stop worrying about whether others are going to be judging you or the child. However, when you're out in public, your child will still be able to have a successful and happy life. Okay, advice here is inform your child that their behaviour looks odd, using a neutral tone of voice to make it clear that you're unashamed. Most 13-year-olds don't carry stuffed animals to grocery stores. If that bothers you, you could get a different stim toy from your box, but it's okay to be different, and I'm fine with either way you choose. Another advice here is never try to change your behaviour only because you find it embarrassing, whatever else you may feel as a parent. If this is the case, it may be yourself who needs to change to accept others that are different. Number 8, encourage stimming before you leave the house. If you know an event is going to be difficult, try giving the child some deep pressure. Tight hugs, weighted blankets, massage, sticking them things on them, etc. Many people might find this cruel, however, but this may work to a point. Activities can help with the releasing excess energy beforehand, however, if this is the case, or often a problem for your child. Swinging and rocking may also help. Figure out what sensory activities can calm them down or burn energy depending on their individual needs and preferences. Last but not least, number 9, find the beauty in stimming. Stimming makes your child special and unique, no matter what. It helps them to connect to the world outside around them and people around them. It makes them special, even though they may be different as well. Just love them all the same, as well as basically their stims. This basically ends, I think, the stimming of the how to handle stimming in autistic children, basically. Give me the like or thumbs up for support. comment below if you feel that I missed out anything, or just comment below just to say hi, or either just, start a discussion board on how you go about handling stimming in your children. If you've got children that stims with these behavioural patterns that I've clearly addressed earlier in the series of these stimmings, what to look out for and whatnot. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Feel free to also share these videos around to family and friends as an educational, motivational tool for them, or what have you. Until next time, do what you love what you do. Thanks for your support, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Aspie signing out.